She says she needs space. Or maybe she's acting distant, not texting back as much, or barely making time for you anymore. You're probably overthinking every move, wondering what you did wrong, and desperately trying to fix things. But here's the truth. Most guys handle this completely wrong. They chase, they plead, and they smother, and that only pushes her further away. What if I told you there's one powerful shift you can make that will flip the script entirely and make her feel like she can't live without you? And first, we need to talk about something that most guys overlook: value. Not how much money you have, not how great you are at your job, none of that surface level stuff. I'm talking about emotional value. Women don't stay hooked on someone because they're nice or available 24/7. They stay hooked because being with that person feels like an experience they can't get anywhere else. Think about it. When someone becomes predictable, when they stop challenging you or adding excitement to your life, what happens? You lose interest, and it's the same for her. If all you're doing is orbiting around her, responding to every whim, or trying to fix the situation by being overly accommodating, you're unknowingly making yourself replaceable. The first step to changing this dynamic is creating space. And I'm not talking about ignoring her or playing games. This is about reclaiming your time, energy, and focus. Instead of waiting by your phone or planning your life around her, start putting that energy into yourself. Whether that's hitting the gym, pursuing a passion, or spending time with your friends, the key is to become genuinely busy. Here's the thing. When she notices that your world doesn't revolve around her, she'll start wondering why. She'll feel that subtle shift, and that's when curiosity kicks in. Humans are wired to want what seems scarce or exclusive. By showing her that you're your own priority, you instantly become more attractive. Now that you've started to reclaim your time and energy, here's the next key. Create emotional contrast. What does that mean? It's about taking her on a roller coaster of emotions. Not in a manipulative way, but by showing that you're not one-dimensional. Here's the mistake most guys make. They think if they're endlessly sweet, supportive, and agreeable, she'll love them more. But too much of one thing, even kindness, becomes boring. You need to mix it up. Be caring and attentive, but don't be afraid to challenge her, tease her, or playfully call her out. For example, instead of responding to every text within seconds, take your time. Not because you're trying to play games, but because you're genuinely busy doing your thing. When you do reply, make it interesting. Instead of a dry, "Hey, how are you?" Try something light and unexpected. Like, "So, I just saw someone trip over their own shoelaces and act like it was part of their dance routine. How's your day going?" The point is, you're adding variety. People remember how you make them feel, and if you can create moments of surprise, laughter, and even a bit of healthy tension, you'll stand out. Think of it like your favorite movie. It's not great because every scene is happy. It's great because it keeps you guessing, pulling you into highs and lows. That's the emotional contrast she'll associate with you. But there's a deeper layer here. She also needs to feel challenged. If you're always agreeing with her or bending over backward to make her happy, she won't feel that spark of excitement. On the other hand, when you show you have your own standards and boundaries, it subconsciously makes her respect you more. Let me give you an example. Imagine she's upset about something trivial and starts venting. Instead of automatically agreeing or trying to fix it, you could respond with a bit of humor. "Sounds like someone needs chocolate." Stat. It's playful, but shows that you're not going to get pulled into unnecessary drama. When you combine this with the space you're already creating, she'll start to view you as someone who's fun, unpredictable, and exciting. And that emotional pull is incredibly powerful. Now that you've started creating emotional contrast and redefining how she sees you, let's talk about the next crucial step: building mystery. Here's a hard truth. People stop valuing what's easily available. If she feels like she knows everything about you, every thought you're having, and every move you're going to make, she'll start to take you for granted. What keeps people hooked isn't what they already know, it's the unanswered questions. Think about it. Why are we drawn to a suspenseful book or movie? Because we don't know what's going to happen next. That same principle works in relationships. You don't need to be secretive or distant, but you do need to hold back just enough to keep her intrigued. Here's how you do it. First, stop oversharing. A lot of guys feel the need to explain every little thing, what they're doing, where they're going, how they feel about her 24/7. But instead of spilling everything, leave a little room for her to wonder. For example, if she asks what you're doing this weekend, don't give her a full rundown. Instead, say something like, "Got a few things planned. What about you?" Short, confident, and it flips the attention back on her. Second, surprise her with unpredictability. If you've been texting her every morning like clockwork, switch it up. Skip a day, and when you do message her, say something unexpected. Saw something today that reminded me of you, but I'm saving it for later. You're planting seeds of curiosity without giving her everything at once. Lastly, don't always be available. If she knows you're going to drop everything the second she texts, that availability becomes predictable. Instead, focus on your life and passions. When you're busy doing things you genuinely care about, she'll notice. And she'll start to crave your attention because it's no longer guaranteed. This isn't about being manipulative or playing hard to get. It's about showing her that your life is full and that her attention is something you value but don't rely on. That subtle difference is what shifts the power dynamic. And the more you master the art of mystery, the more she'll find herself thinking about you, even when you're not around. And that's where the real magic happens. When she's chasing you in her mind, wondering what you're up to and how she can fit into your life. Now that you've created space, built emotional contrast, and added a layer of mystery, it's time to focus on something that can amplify everything you've done so far: confidence through purpose. Here's the reality: confidence isn't just about how you carry yourself or the way you talk. True confidence comes from having a sense of purpose. When a man is driven, focused, and passionate about something greater than himself, it's magnetic. Women are naturally drawn to a man who knows where he's going in life because it signals strength and stability. But if your entire focus is on her, what she's doing, how she's feeling, or trying to win her back, it sends the opposite message. It tells her that you're aimless, that your happiness depends on her approval, and nothing kills attraction faster than that. So ask yourself, what are you building? What's the thing that lights you up even when no one's watching? It doesn't have to be something massive like starting a company or running a marathon. It could be as simple as learning a skill, pursuing a hobby, or improving yourself in some way. The key is to channel your energy into something that's yours, something that gives your life meaning outside of her. Here's what happens when you do this. First, your mindset shifts. Instead of obsessing over every interaction with her, you're focused on your growth and goals. This naturally makes you less needy and more self-assured. Second, she'll notice. When you're living with purpose, it shows in the way you speak, act, and even carry yourself. You're no longer chasing her validation because you don't need it, and that independence is incredibly attractive. Think about this. When you meet someone who's genuinely passionate about their life, doesn't it inspire you? Doesn't it make you want to be part of their world? That's the effect you'll start to have on her. Instead of wondering how to win her back, you'll find her wanting to re-enter your orbit because of the energy and drive you exude. Here's a tip. Whatever you're working on, don't brag about it. Let her see it naturally. For example, if you've started working out or learning something new, let her notice the changes without announcing them. Subtle growth is much more powerful than forced displays of improvement. This isn't just about impressing her, it's about becoming someone you're proud of, with or without her in your life. And ironically, when you stop trying to make her the center of your universe, that's when she starts gravitating toward you. The final step in making her feel like she can't live without you is cultivating something most men overlook: emotional leadership. This doesn't mean controlling or dominating, it means being the steady anchor in her life, someone who can handle life's ups and downs with confidence and composure. Here's the thing. Relationships are emotional by nature. Women especially are drawn to men who can navigate emotions without getting overwhelmed. If she feels like she has to manage her emotions and yours, it creates stress and distance. But if you can be the one who brings calm and clarity, you instantly set yourself apart. Let's break this down. First, you need to master your own emotions. This means not letting her actions, or anyone else's, dictate how you feel about yourself. If she pulls away or acts distant, don't spiral into overthinking or desperation. Instead, take a step back, breathe, and remind yourself of the bigger picture. She'll sense that emotional steadiness, and it will make her feel safe and drawn to you. Second, focus on understanding her emotions without trying to fix them. A lot of guys rush to solutions when their partner is upset, thinking it's the best way to help. But most of the time, she doesn't need a solution. She just needs to feel heard. For example, if she's venting about her day, don't jump in with, "Here's what you should do." Instead, say something like, "That sounds frustrating. How are you feeling about it now?" It's simple, but it shows you're paying attention and genuinely care about what's going on in her world. Third, lead by example. If you want a relationship filled with positivity and growth, you have to embody those qualities first. Show her what it looks like to handle challenges with grace, to pursue your passions unapologetically, and to treat others with respect. When you lead emotionally, you create an environment where she feels inspired and supported. This is where everything ties together. You've created space, built emotional contrast, added mystery, focused on your purpose, and now you're showing her that you're someone who can navigate life with confidence and emotional maturity. And here's the kicker. When you master these steps, it's no longer about making her feel like she can't live without you. It's about her realizing it on her own. Because the truth is, people don't stay with someone out of obligation. They stay because being with that person adds something extraordinary to their life. If you follow these steps, not only will she see your value, but you'll also grow into someone who attracts the right people into your life, whether it's her or someone else who's even better for you. Remember, this isn't about manipulation or trying to control someone's feelings. It's about stepping into your power, becoming the best version of yourself, and letting that speak for itself. Now, here's your one simple action. Hit subscribe for more life-changing advice, or watch the next video to keep leveling up your relationships.